Today, debating the motion that evolutionary theory ought to be taught in schools, we have Charles Darwin and William Jennings Bryan. Mr. Darwin is well known as the author of The Origin of Species and The Descent of Man. He will be advocating for the position. Mr. Bryan was the prosecutor of the famous Scopes trial of 1925, which resulted in Mr. Scopes being fined $100 for teaching evolutionary theory at a Tennessee high school. Mr. Darwin, you may begin.
Thank you, Richard. Ladies and gentlemen, I stand before you today to advocate for the teaching of evolutionary theory in schools. Evolutionary theory is a cornerstone of modern scientific understanding, backed by overwhelming evidence and embraced by the scientific community worldwide. By introducing it into the curriculum, we are providing our students with a comprehensive understanding of the natural world and the processes that have shaped life on Earth. Evolutionary theory is not merely a hypothesis. It has undergone rigorous testing and continues to be supported by countless observations and experiments. Teaching it in schools encourages critical thinking, fosters scientific curiosity, and equips our future generations to engage with the scientific method and evidence-based reasoning. It is essential for students to learn about their origins and the intricate relationships between species. Evolutionary theory unites biology, geology, and other scientific disciplines, offering a comprehensive picture of life's history. By teaching it, we instill in our students a deep appreciation for the diversity of life and the ecological balance that sustains our planet.
Thank you, Mr. Darwin, for your opening statement. Now, let's hear from Mr. Bryan.
Thank you, Richard. Ladies and gentlemen, I respectfully oppose the teaching of evolutionary theory in schools. While it is true that we must provide a comprehensive education to our students, we must also be cautious about introducing controversial and unproven ideas into the classroom. Evolutionary theory remains a theory, and it is not without its critics and shortcomings. Presenting it as an unquestionable truth could undermine the values and beliefs of many students and their families, potentially leading to conflicts in the classroom and the community. Furthermore, evolutionary theory contradicts certain religious beliefs that many students and families hold dear. It is not the role of the education system to promote or endorse any particular worldview that could alienate a significant portion of our population. Instead, we should prioritize teaching scientific principles that are well established and widely accepted.
Thank you, Mr. Bryan. We'll now proceed with a round of rebuttals. Mr. Darwin, you're welcome to begin.
Thank you, Richard. I appreciate Mr. Bryan's concerns, but it is crucial to clarify that scientific theories are not unsubstantiated ideas. Rather, they are well-supported explanations based on evidence. Evolutionary theory has stood the test of time, with new evidence continually reinforcing its validity. As for religious beliefs, it is essential to maintain the separation of church and state within our education system. The purpose of teaching evolutionary theory is not to undermine anyone's faith, but to present scientific facts that contribute to our understanding of the natural world. Many religious individuals and organizations have reconciled their faith with evolutionary concepts, demonstrating that the two can coexist harmoniously. Evolutionary theory is not about endorsing worldviews. It is about equipping our students with critical thinking skills and scientific knowledge. It encourages them to ask questions, analyze evidence, and form their conclusions based on reason and evidence. This ability to think critically is vital for our students' future success in an increasingly complex world.
Thank you, Mr. Darwin. Mr. Bryan, you may now offer your rebuttal.
Thank you, Richard. While scientific theories are based on evidence, we cannot ignore the fact that they are still subject to interpretation and revision. Presenting evolution as an indisputable fact could hinder students from developing their critical thinking skills. Moreover, some aspects of evolutionary theory remain contentious, such as the origin of life and the complexity of certain biological systems. Regarding religious beliefs, I agree that we must foster an environment of respect and tolerance in our schools. However, teaching evolution can inadvertently lead to conflicts when it contradicts deeply held beliefs. We should prioritize subjects that unite rather than divide our diverse student body. Instead of emphasizing controversial theories, we should focus on subjects with broad consensus, such as the principles of biology and ecological conservation. By doing so, we can ensure that our students receive a well-rounded education without unnecessarily alienating any group.
Thank you, Mr. Bryan. We'll now move to the final segment of our debate, the closing statements. Mr. Darwin, please proceed.
Thank you, Richard. In closing, I firmly believe that teaching evolutionary theory is crucial for providing students with a comprehensive and well-rounded education. Science is not static, and theories evolve as new evidence emerges. Evolutionary theory has stood the test of time and remains one of the foundational principles of modern biology. By teaching evolution, we empower our students to think critically, engage with the scientific method, and appreciate the richness of life's diversity. Education is about broadening horizons and encouraging exploration, and evolutionary theory plays an integral role in achieving that.
Thank you, Mr. Darwin. Now, Mr. Bryan, you may present your closing statement.
Thank you, Richard. In conclusion, while I appreciate the value of scientific education, I must emphasize the importance of maintaining a balanced and inclusive learning environment. Teaching controversial theories, such as evolution, without proper consideration of students' deeply held beliefs, can be divisive and counterproductive. Instead, we should prioritize subjects that unite our students and celebrate the diversity of thought and culture. We can achieve a well-rounded education without compromising anyone's values or beliefs. Thank you all for participating in this thought-provoking debate. Let us continue to engage in open discussions to find the best ways to educate and inspire our future generations.
Thank you both for your arguments. That concludes our debate. As students of history, it is important to consider how our ideas came to us, especially ideas as important as evolution. We should always keep in mind that some of our most fundamental beliefs are often instilled in us at a young age. It's important to think critically about where these ideas came from. Thank you for your time. Please like and subscribe so we can keep bringing you more great videos like this one. Also, let us know who you think is right in the comments.